Here I am at the B&M Park. At least there is a mock here as well. But Fury has been silent since I arrived, since I've been walking up. In fact, I don't think I saw a train go out while I was driving either. I saw an Intimidator going while I was driving up, and while I've been walking up, Fury must be down. But I gotta get a meal. It is almost 2 o'clock. That's enough time to get 2 meals. Hopefully by the time I get my first meal, this will be open. And if not, as long as I got Copperhead Strike. And security is out here at the end of the walkways. I think it was over here last time I came here. I like this park, and I do like B&M, just not as much as a lot of other people. But that's why I figured I only need a day and a half here. I gave twice as much time to King's Dominion because I like that park that much more. But I still love this place. It's their 50-year anniversary. I'm straddling the state line right now. Just like King's Dominion, no park maps here. Might seem like a small detail, but for people who have never been here, don't know their way around, park map is a huge, huge help. You don't want to have to look at your phone every time you're needing to find your way around, especially those digital park maps are terrible. Yeah, that's something that I did not nitpick King's Dominion for. I didn't bring it up about the no park maps thing. But also, one thing I gotta give Carowinds credit for, at least the one restroom that I've used in the men's room, dividers. Yeah, come on, King's Dominion. Put up dividers. Worlds of fun, you too. I love that Carowinds still has the Chickies and Pete's. I love that it still has this ride, the Enterprise. So Intimidator 305 will be down all day, probably because it's cloudy. But Twisted Timbers is open. So yeah, as usual, B&M unreliability. But at least got a ride that's better than Fury that's open right here. So I did Hurler, Cyclone, and Gold Rusher. Enough of the terrible rides. Time to go for the best ride in the park. The best operating ride in the park. So I've done 5 rides in under an hour and 15 minutes. So averaging 15 minutes a ride. You can't beat that for this ride. At least the last time I was here, this was basically on Saturday, it was about a 15-minute wait. But then Sunday was about a half hour. Monday, it was like 45 minutes to an hour. So I'll take the 15 minutes, especially since weekdays seem to be the busy days at Carowinds. And at least it's open. My first ride was pretty weak. And then that last ride was really good. So I don't know, maybe that was just a fluky thing on that first ride, that it rode quite slow. But every other ride's been great. It's a nice long ride with air time, hang time, rapid fire transitions. I just got a back row left seat. That is the best seat for the drop because you get the most whip. And that was better than a few years ago. That was a stronger ride than I got 2 years ago. However, I still somewhat stand by what I said. It's a middle of the pack invert. It is not very intense, but that can kind of work in its favor too. Like I said, the drop in the back row left seat was really good. A couple of the inversions were really good, but the Batwing is totally forceless. I don't know what's so different about this Batwing compared to Montu's. Montu's Batwing feels like it's trying to kill you. This Batwing feels like a couple of gentle turns. I don't understand why it's so different. It must be the profiling. But it's certainly not a bad ride. The rattle was minimal, no head banging as long as you grab the restraint, keep your head forward. So it's still a good ride, of course. It's just not as intense as some people make it out to be. And it's still number 5 in the park behind Nighthawk. Although Fury's closed, so that makes it number 4. So an updated view of Afterburn, getting to ride up front, in the middle, and on the right side of the back row. The right side of the back row is a little more intense than the left side of the back row, which is odd. But it also gave me head banging on the right side back row seat. Now a middle row is smoother, less likely to get head banging, and the front row actually seemed more intense than the back, so I don't know what to think of this ride anymore. It's still a middle of the pack invert, no matter how I look at it. I'd say it could be top 5 arguably, probably top 6 B&M invert for me. Nowhere near the best like Montu, Banshee, Flight Deck, Alpengeist, but it's still a good ride. It's probably along the lines of Talon. I got 5 laps on Intimidator, so in limited time I did 5 on Intimidator, Copperhead Strike, and Afterburn. I'm gonna try to get on Nighthawk, but storms are coming. I don't know. It may have to shut down before I can get on. I think Intimidator's airtime might be overall a little better than Apollo's Chariot, but Apollo's Chariot has a better setting, so I give it the slight edge. Yes, I got my ride on Batwing today. Yeah, Firehawk, still my 4th favorite in the park. Sorry, Afterburn. And I even rode in one of the shakier seats, and I still say that. It doesn't really shake that much, and some people criticize these final corkscrews. No problem at all. In fact, it's a really cool sensation going through those corkscrews in that position. And of course, that vertical loop, taken in the lying position, that is just so unique. Yes, the operations are horrifically slow, leading to a line that is just ridiculous. But I got in line the last 10 minutes, got on the next to last ride. Wish I could marathon this the way you can marathon Intimidator and Afterburn. But I will take whatever rides I can get. This is still my number 4 in the park. No, number 3, because Fury's dead.